So, the way this is going to work is we'll presuppose that Morris has been with you for like a week. So you're still kind of feeling each other out, but at the same time, you have a level of trust. It's not like you're like, who is this person who is with us on this random encounter and adventure that we're on?
Probably met in a tavern somewhere drinking.
Let's face it, that's the truth of it. So you'll notice that on the map, we are in some type of cavern system that is leading to what looks like some more well-structured spaces. You've been brought here by Shiftsei Saramine. Let me write that out in chat.
Oh shit, you're starting strong.
Shiftsei.
Couldn't his name be like Frank or Joe or something?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought it was Chief.
Shift.
Oh.
Shiftsei. Shiftsei Saramine.
Is he a French elf?
He is not a French elf.
Okay.
We won't talk about that. Sometimes known as Shifty, if you've ever the other individuals you've talked to when you were making a deal with him, just kind of like casually referred to him as, oh, Shifty. Yeah, Shifty. He is known as the procurer of magical affinities and curiosities. He's somewhat rotund. He's got like a little bit of like a, like a belly that kind of is a tabletop. You could put like a bottle of beer on top of it and it would balance no problem. He's unkempt. He's got stubble everywhere. And he has this one eye that's a little bit lazy, which maybe is why they call him Shifty. Who knows? Generally, he kind of has this breath that smells somewhat of foul, sour wine. And he's just wearing too much gold and silver for it to be safe. And yet nobody bothers him, oddly enough. And he's standing there with you now, and he says, all right, well, here we are. I have brought you to the spot, and you will go in and find what I've asked you to find. Yes, that's where we're starting.
What was it again?
Right, well, you must go in and find the elixir of life. The elixir of life from Alcantar Kater Taler. I'll write that one out too.
Sorry, I think the ale from yesterday must have been bad for me head, but I just really don't remember why the hell we would have agreed to help you. Could you just give us a quick reminder?
Of course, you should remember the copious amounts of reward that I've offered for you to find the elixir for me. I've offered you a ship, and money, and armor, and weapons galore, enough to finance your small war that you're after.
And you also offered us a down payment, correct?
You've already been given the 100,000 gold coins.
Do I have do some of us have this money?
Morris is gonna look in his pouch.
You know how this money works in this game, right? Money is given, money is taken away. We'll see who survives.
Well, no, because if we already have the money, then we say, well, yeah, thank you for the down payment. We're out.
Yes.
Well, 100 grand is enough for me to be happy.
The money's in a trust. It's in an escrow.
Oh, right, fantasy escrow.
Your lawyers have it in escrow.
Okay, and I had like a ship inspector out as well to make sure we know what we're getting.
The nines.
I've approved. Okay.
Yeah, you did a whole background check on Shifty. And while he does have a lazy eye, he does pay up. And this is a big job. You had to interview for this whole thing, right? So you went through trials and tribulations. He required you to do a couple of small jobs beforehand, and it's kind of come to this. This is the real show now. And he hasn't given you much background up until this point. He's just said, you will go into this facility. No one has opened it for hundreds of years, or so we think. I don't know. And you will procure for me the elixir of life that is within. And
what does it taste like?
I hear it's very good in raspberry.
I can't wait to try it.
No, you shall not drink it. There's enough for one person. The elixir of life is said to give you life unending, which is what I'm after.
Yeah, but maybe I can have just like a cognac, a few sips. Maybe you can buy me a week.
I don't think that will work. Nonetheless, yes, that is the deal, and we have come to an agreement, and I'm very happy with it, and hopefully you will be as well. And I will allow, Eladin, you can make an Arcana check for the name Alcantar Kater Teler.
I'm just gonna roll it.
Okay.
A 25. That is excellent. All right, so scrolling down.
Yes, Alcatar, Kater, Taler. I've read about it in the tomes.
You recognize this name from your school, actually. So it's it's not something like, wow, the most famous wizard ever, but there were a lot of kind of like apocryphal stories of this particular wizard. He was sometimes referred to as a bearded loony, but whatever. In his earlier studies, he actually wrote several treatises that you've read one or two of them. Most of them were on mortality and on the mortal coil, and hypothesizing how the mortal coil could be removed and replaced with another coil, kind of like a spring changing on a car, on a wagon. And
Are you sure it's a wagon and not
could be a chariot? Yeah, it could be a chariot.
Okay.
For background on that, you'll have to watch other
Yeah.
sessions. He was obsessed with death after his family was burned in when his house burned down. His family died, all of them, and he became obsessed with death and this idea that he could live forever.
Was he human?
He was human, yeah. He was human, and he actually ended up getting expelled from the university. He was doing this grandiose experiment with a couple of the other individuals in his same class, and they all died, including him. But he came back. So he died. They found all their bodies. They said, he's dead. And a day later, he came back to life. And shortly after that, he just started acting so irrationally and unusual that they ended up expelling him. And that's as much as you know. Because we have a bard, I will allow the bard to make a history check with your proficiency. With what was the rule? I forget. What's my bardic knowledge check? I don't know. I don't remember.
All right. Well, if we're calling it history, it's 8.
8. Give me half a second. Let me look at my house rules. It's the top. Bard, no, starting at first level. Double their proficiency modifier. You can double your modifier.
So add 6 to 7, so that is 13.
All right. Let me see what I had. You vaguely recall the actual place that you're being asked to look into now. So you're like, wait a second. I remember that this is probably that lab that this weird wizard had. You kind of remember a couple of things about him. Just not great details, but you remember that he was sometimes referred to as the Wizard of Death, other times the Master of Mortality. And that, he died 400 years ago or something like that. Even though the legend has it that he was immortal, he still died 400 years ago. But he lived for a couple hundred years as a human. So that stands out. But you don't really remember any of the details. Morris, you've traveled the world. You've wandered around. I will let you also make a history check.
The problem is I don't remember much of it. Sure.
We'll account for that then.
History check.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna have to account for much. It's already built in my stats. Oop. Inside the tray, maybe. Oh, actually, I rolled a 19.
Excellent.
So, 18 plus 1.
Wow, great. Okay.
Yeah. I do have moments of lucidity sometimes.
Yeah, so you're having these moments, and you're like, I think I remember drinking with someone once, and they had told you a story about this lab. The idea that adventurers have actually been here before. They've made it inside, or so the stories go, and then never made it back out. You also know that there are some stories of experimentation, but again, they're old because he died 400 years ago. So there's stories of experiments that he had conducted on both the dead and the living.
Friendly chap.
Yep. So Shifty kind of eyes all of you, gives you a deep bow, chains rattle on his neck, and he kind of walks backwards out. In front of you, so there's this hewn kind of cavernous walls all around you, and then in front of you directly are perfectly manicured bricks. Ragus, you look at him and you immediately know that this is not dwarven work, but everything is so perfectly uniform, you can't even see chisel marks. It's almost as if these bricks were just burst into existence, willed into existence. And there are 2 doors. Both doors are made out of this very dark black oak with large handles on them and large locks. Islamé, looking at the locks immediately, you can see that they are intricate in nature.
I right away look at Islamé, give a nod, then nod towards the door. So like, kind of like, want to look at those?
I'll
Do you think?
check them out. Before I try and pick them, can I just like investigate, make sure nothing looks trappy and bad?
Yes. Give me them dice.
Oh, my investigation's actually pretty crappy. Okay, investigation's real bad. That's gonna be a 3.
You look them over really quick, and you say you kind of are like everything's really good quality. The latches are good quality, the locks themselves are good quality, but you don't see anything out of place.
Okay, then I'm gonna just try and open it. That's a 22 with these tools.
Excellent. So you get your picks in, and you begin working them, and you hear a loud clink, and the first door pops open. Inside, you see this beautiful marble floor, and the lights. Actually, what illumination we have? We have I'm assuming the elves are obviously, and half elves are not using any illumination.
Correct.
Ragus can see in the dark, so he doesn't have any illumination. Morris, what are you doing?
I have a very bright lantern.
Very bright lantern. All right, I set you up for 30 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim. That's correct, right?
It's a hooded lantern.
Cool.
So I can control the brightness.
Yeah. And Lucius is a half elf. Okay, so everybody's good. So the light spills in, and you see these immaculate, beautiful marble floors. Not a sign of dust on them, but also not a sign of like a footfall or footprint. The kind of walls continue, and you can see that there's a corridor in front of you. And it kind of leads out into the darkness. Obviously, you can see what's there, and you see that there are hands and skulls. There are body parts there. There are these hands, these kind of mummified hands just sitting there, little protrusions of bone. And there are skulls just sitting there kind of leaning and resting. The floor, again, is this just super shiny marble. And there are these little alcoves at these even intervals. Hopefully you can see those. So yeah, the light just spills in, and that's what you see.
Does it look like the skulls have been sitting there for a long time, or does it look like they occasionally decide to take a stroll or float around?
Give me a... well, you'd have to really enter the space and kind of look at them. From what you can tell, just briefly, what you see, it's like spotless. Everything is spotless. So you can't really tell because there's not like an obvious track. There's not like a drag mark, and there's not even dust, like I said.
There's no dust, there's no blood or anything.
No. In fact, like normally you'd expect opening a sealed door for there to be a puff of air or for there to be like particles in the air that the light picks up. It's nothing. It's as if this is perfectly clean, sterile air. There's no scent, no smell of decay, nothing.
Fellas, I'm getting a hunch that these things that are going to start moving the moment we get close to them. Just a hunch.
Better reason for you to go first, my friend.
Do you want me to try to take a pop at him before we enter?
I'll go. I'll take one step in. Screw
Okay, so what I would like to do is, and this is going to apply for almost the entire night, and possibly the entire night, we're going to progress in initiative order. And that's just going to allow us to keep it organized because this is a large dungeon and we have many things to do. And I just don't want it to be like, roll for initiative, roll for initiative, roll for...
No, that makes sense.
Do you want us to just roll now, set everything up?
Roll, and then let me set up the initiative order. At this point.
18.
And then what I'll do is we'll keep that initiative, and then I will add monsters to it as we go if there are monsters. Oh, I have to add everybody to the...
Wow, talk about
Oh, I
overachievers
didn't
on
roll
initiative.
thingy. I rolled with a regular dice. I can change my style, right? Yeah.
Are we supposed to roll in roll 20 or with dice?
You can do it any way you want, and then just add your number in roll 20.
Okay.
So
By
if
directly
you
adding
show
it.
up on the list, you have to click on your character and then.
Nick knows how to do it. Nick is good.
Oh, okay.
Nick DMs regularly.
It's just that there's not a lot of games that allow you to roll your own dice, and it's good to feel the feel of dice. You
I
know?
like the feel
So
of dice too.
If I can roll actual dice, I'll do it.
All right, that's everybody, right? There's 5 of us. Yes, 5 players.
Yes. Okay.
You want to sit like next to each other? You want to sit with your birthday boy?
With my birthday balloon? Sure.
Cute.
Yeah, Emily's birthday was on Monday. So.
Oh, happy birthday!
Hey, happy belated
Happy
birthday.
belated birthday.
Yeah. Okay, which way is gonna like not mess up the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Does it have to be this way?
Ooh, who's
Sorry,
joining?
we were at the couch.
Hello?
Wow, it's just uncomfortable.
CDW, please roll for initiative.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Hi.
Hey, Corey.
Would somebody like to catch Corey up real quick?
We were led to a dungeon and promise of rewards. We're looking for the elixir of life.
There you
Go.
If you look in the chat, the Shifty is the guy who employed us, and then the really long name is like the person who created the elixir.
And allegedly, we were given 100,000 gold, so we were about to say, "Okay, thanks for the money, we're out." But turns out they're in a trust, so we can't just take it.
But more importantly, we were promised a ship.
Again.
Again,
Oh, and Morris is on the level.
yes.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Shite with bagpipes, but he's on the level.
Actually, you've played with a prior incarnation of Morris before.
I'm assuming CDW can hear us. There's a weird icon on his head, which
Yeah.
may indicate you can.
Yeah, a couple of them.
All right, everybody's.
He has the deafen one on
Yeah.
instead of.
M, did you put Islamay's initiative in?
Oh, I probably
Oh, you
did
did
not.
in chat.
I'll
Wait.
enter it. There we go. Unnatural 20.
Oh, did we lose CDW?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, the internet.
Hey,
Behold.
there he is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you didn't hear anything we told you. Oh,
I don't
can
know
you
if you can
hear
hear
us?
anything given down.
Can you hear us?
I can see the frustration.
But there's a smiley face in the background. No dice.
I just remember this thing I used to do. Putting my dwarf in there.
I love that we're all just giving random suggestions that he's probably already thought of.
This is what happens when there's too many engineers in the room.
Like, is your volume on?
That's why I'm quietly sitting in the corner, just indulging in my cerveza.
And I'm just trying to focus my dwarf. Just... Come on, dwarf. Focus.
Ken, you just started to look up as Emily walked away in the same direction. I was like, are you looking at her? It was very confusing for me.
This whole being computer illiterate is a ruse.
You're actually in the space.
Also, all my D&D books are up here, so I'm quickly like scanning what I might possibly need.
Gotcha.
This one.
Knowing Andrew, none of them will help. So we'll have come up with its own stuff that doesn't exist.
I lost the music, by the way.
Does that mean CDW can hear us? No.
That or
No.
he's crying.
We heard him. So he's
Hey.
happy there.
Andrew,
Yeah.
can you do it? Can you guys hear the music still?
Yes.
Like music?
Oh, I might have it turned off on mine.
Me too.
Roll 20.
Can you just like stop it and restart it? Because I think when you it kills the music if it's not the.
Did you say stop and start? Sure.
Yeah, just see if that fixes it. Yes.
Yeah, good.
It's a really annoying
Yeah,
bug.
Have you tried turning off and on?
I always love that little mini that represents Ragus whenever Steven's internet isn't good enough.
or whenever I don't feel like showing my face.
Well, this is exciting.
The temptation was killing me. The suspense, I can barely handle it.
So just while we're waiting, these golden rectangles that you see on the map are actually there in real. It's not just like, hey, Andrew found cool textures. I mean, I did, but they're actually there.
Okay.
And then I'm sure everybody can also see that there's like this random red flag pinned into the ground.
I don't see that
Oh,
yet.
only
Is
some.
that
Dark for me.
Physical red flag? Is it like a theoretical red flag?
Or the proverbial red flag.
Yeah.
Who knows what the red flag means and indicates?
It's the location of the elixir. You just
So-
go there, you pick it up, and we're done.
If you
Oh,
can see the red flag, you can just make out. I'm assuming, yeah, you could just make out that like it's actually planted in the marble, like somebody like hammered it in.
So Andrew, the yellow line in the marble, is that just like a different kind of engraving? Is
Yeah,
it
it's chased with
painted?
gold. It's chased with gold. So like somebody has delicately etched, the marble and then inlaid it with gold.
Seeing that, Eladin is like flipping through his spellbook for something that can pull the gold up.
Of course.
He's like, well, if I cast Fireball, would it melt the gold so that I could extract it?
Could I-
And he's like
could I-
starting to write equations in the book and just shaking his head like, no.
If he says fireball
Maybe-
out loud,
Kills party.
Maybe
if
the
he says
cleric
word
can heat
fireball
the
out
metal.
out loud, I'm looking at him with evil eyes and like, don't you dare.
You see me like making looking up in the back like an index of metals and melting temperatures.
Maybe the cleric can just heat the metal.
Do we have a class?
You don't have a cleric, do you? I forget.
When whenever Joe's here.
If Joe gets
Yeah.
here, if and when.
I'm gonna say the wrong time.
Hopefully he'll arrive in time to start healing us as we're dying.
I mean, how dangerous could a dungeon be?
I didn't drink this one.
Well, considering how long it's been, you probably miss the opportunity of killing us. So, very.
If also we don't have to finish this whole dungeon tonight. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if people would be like I'm definitely working from home all next week. It's already so, and I'm pretty certain there's a good chance I'll be working from home the week after that. Just let's face it, reality. So I'm happy to do these while I'm working from home because I have the bandwidth to actually play.
And thus continuing the rule of the one-offs by Andrew are never one-offs.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, this is a lie. I don't understand.
The
mean,
last
We
how-
were
one
hunting pumpkins for a year.
so long that it like molded into the next season, which was another one-off. We left the fight of the Pumpkin King and came into like Christmas Land.
Hey,
You just skip things.
Christmas Land was delicious. Okay, I remember your character eating the trees.
Oh wait,
It was.
when's Greek Orthodox? Is going to be a Easter themed one shot?
Yeah, but Greek Easter is mostly about like blood and guts and
Yeah,
stuff.
sounds right.
Okay, so let me reiterate the question. What is it? Are we going to have a blood and guts session?
Yes, it's actually soon. Oh man, I didn't think about that. Soon.
I know. I have to. Go
All
look.
right.
CDW, can you hear us yet?
I can hear you guys, but I don't think you can hear me.
We can
Yes,
hear
we
you,
can
no
hear
problem.
you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, all right. Okay.
You're like, it's been like this for 15 minutes, guys.
Like 10 minutes.
Okay, good. So roll for initiative.
Welcome.
Your character's already up on the initiative order, so you just have to add in your number.
Corey, did you hear any of the 2-second recap or no?
No, I have no idea what's going on.
Excellent.
Cool.
My
That's-
initiative is, I don't know. I think I've got like a dex of 1 maybe, so my initiative's 5. Like, I can't remember.
Cool. I'll add it in for you if you want. Wait, that's
So just to give you a little
Wait, you rolled a 4 plus 1? Is that what you're saying?
I rolled a 4.
Why is this not?
Let me actually load D&D Beyond.
So we are looking for the elixir of life from some shady dude named Shifty who promised us massive amounts of gold and a boat.
Oh, another boat that will surely not be stolen.
Along with the 100,000 gold down payment that's in escrow right now. So
Hey, in the main storyline, our boat is barely but safe.
I don't know what kind of inflation rate Andrew's world has, but apparently we're breaking it.
If I cannot hear Corey, I guess I should refresh, right?
You can't hear which Corey?
CDW?
CDW?
Yeah.
Oh, hold
But
on.
it might be just me.
Yeah, it might just be you.
Hello?
All right, I'll refresh.
I can hear.
We can all hear you. We've come to the conclusion that the internet does not go through Secaucus.
It's Comcast problem.
Can you hear CDW now? CDW, say something.
Something.
Now I can hear him. But
Okay.
I think now I can hear Emily.
You can't hear who?
I didn't say anything.
I know I can hear you. Okay. No, I think it's when I was making fun of Comcast. I thought you said something.
Steven's like, I can't hear people who aren't talking. This is clearly a bug.
Normally I can hear their thoughts.
Well,
Okay,
shit, man. Are
okay.
you sure you should be playing the night?
Okay, we
All
got
right,
this.
let's do
We're all
this.
here-ish.
Okay, so
Fine.
we're gonna. So if you're not doing anything on your turn because it's not amenable for you to do something, like you're like, well, my character wouldn't just step into the room in front of everybody else. Just say pass, and I'll skip over you. Okay, so just to keep it concise, Morris.
Okay, so
The door's just been opened. Light spills in.
where am I? Okay, I'm gonna.
I'm just my hands are gonna start floating and attacking us, I guess.
I just can't get a good view right now, so I'm just gonna. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me, coming through. Okay, and then is that a hand?
Yes.
There's a hand on the floor,
It's your hand, man. Go get it.
and immediately Morris looks and no, I'm good.
Oh.
So what
Did
the
you
hell
tell
is
me you were
this?
playing
And I'm just gonna walk over and go check out the hand.
Cool.
So I see you've played in Andrew's campaigns before. It's been nice knowing you.
All right, Elodin.
So nothing happens. He's just looking at the hand and it's fine.
So far, so good. So what?
What? You didn't tell me what the hand is made of.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a mummified hand.
Oh,
But-
can I pick it up with my staff?
You can attempt to. Picking up a hand with the staff is a tricky endeavor.
But I mean, is that like clenched? How is it? Like
Just like an open hand sitting there.
Oh, it's open hand sitting there. Okay. All right. Well, at least I'll try to move it or flip it or something. You know.
Yeah, you kind of like push it, poke it with your pole.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'll just wait. See what happens if it starts attacking me. Or
Yeah, Elodin.
Hold on. I need to look up the range on one of these. How do the wraps on the mummified hands look?
There's no wraps. It's like mummification without wrapping. It's not like it's been actually
Oh.
mummified through a mummification process. It's been mummified by the preservation of the dry air in the room.
Gotcha. Oh, then Elodin's just gonna chill past.
Chilling sounds good. Isilme. You open the door and Ragus stepped through immediately, and then Morris kind of like pushed by too.
Okay, I'll just step up next to Ragus, just cautiously kind of take a look around and wait to see what happens when Mars picks up the hand.
Ragus.
I mean, so there's an important question. Like, there's no indication of anything that would make me believe that this is combat that could have driven me to a rage, is there?
You are not in a raid. We're not in combat. We are
I'm so
in
mad
initiative.
at all the hands.
Okay, so we're using initiative just to make it nice, neat, and organized, and so we don't talk over each other, and because movement's important.
Okay. Well, I don't trust random hands being in the middle of clean marble, so I'm gonna do what a good dwarf would do, and I'm gonna go here and smash it.
I mean, I'm more concerned that there's just hands. Like, where are the rest of the body parts?
I'd
All right.
rather the hand not be able to grab something. So I'm trying to basically just cut the finger so it doesn't have a grip and it cannot make a fist.
All right, make an attack roll.
All right. And I guess I'm not.
Does Lucius wonder that out loud?
I didn't say anything.
All right. 23.
Oh wait,
A 23
Right.
hits.
Eladin.
Huh?
And D12 is.
Names.
And that's a
Uh-huh.
16 damage.
All right, you smash the hand into like a pulp. With little
Okay,
bits and
good.
pieces, fingernails go flying off, bits of bone kind of bounce off your armor.
Good.
There's-
I'm happy. And
one more.
wait, how much did I move? I get what? How many? 25 feet, and each quarter was 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna smash the other one.
Before you
Yeah,
do
that's
that, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, let me just double check.
Dex saving. 15.
15, all right. 37 throw, 20-foot range.
Actually, but I don't know if I can attack it, right? Because I mean, if already, because I'm allowed 2 attacks, but they have to be in a row. I'm assuming, right? I can't
Morris,
attack
you need
multiple.
to give me a dex saving throw as well. You're within the range of this.
Sure. The dex saving throw, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I think I have the thing where I can nullify the whole thing if I save. Yeah, I have evasion.
Excellent.
So. Oh, it's a good thing I have a good dex save. 17?
Ooh, okay, you save. Ragus, you fail.
Okay.
So let's do some math roll.
So if it was half damage, I get none.
And it is, so you get none.
Yes.
I rolled really
And of course,
poorly.
when I save, I kind of fall backwards on my ass, but it's kind of like half clumsy, half graceful. How it just happens, and I still don't get hurt.
Perfect, great. So what happens is Ragus smashes this hand, sends little bits of it flying all over, and you see him kind of like do his like dwarven stomp, you know, weapon in hand. Are you using your axe, Steven?
Yeah, the
Yes.
axe. I have to.
Axe in
otherwise
hand, kind of like dragging it across the ground with like this grunting anger, and there's sparks flying from it. And he goes over, and as he crosses that golden line, there's like a flash of light. It's almost like somebody just like put like a flashlight on the gold, and the gold is responding with like just this bright luminescence. And from up top, there's this just moment of heat, like it just appears above Ragus, and a fireball just rains down. And it just smashes into the ground and sends this wave of fire off, and it reaches Morris. And Ragus is enveloped for 19 points of fire damage. Morris kind of like, as you said, like you stumble backwards and just kind of like manage to get out of its reach as the flames are licking at you.
I immediately look at Eladin like, what did you do?
Yeah, me too.
Eladin is taking frantic notes.
So
All right.
Ragus, you're singed and burned up.
19. That's
So-
okay.
You're-
I'm first gonna make sure. I'm
That's
first
right.
gonna make sure that
Less
none of my
than
tunnels
10%.
broke, and then I'm gonna go check on Ragus to see. Hey, you okay, lad?
We'll
I
wait.
think,
We'll wait till your
something
turn
happened.
for actually physically checking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay,
That's all good.
that's why I forgot the initiative thing. Okay.
So Ragus, you've just been fireballed.
Okay.
You can do anything else?
Well, I mean, am I allowed to smash that other hand that was there?
Yeah.
Okay, I smashed the shit out of it.
All right, make an attack roll against it.
I don't want any hands left.
Red herrings.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you don't even. I don't even roll. It has very little HP. Yeah, so Ragus just kind of like hefts his axe overhead and brings it down, and it slices through the hand, so it's in 2 pieces, and it slices through the actual marble floor as well, and his axe embeds in it for a moment, and then he rips it out.
Yeah, for what it worth, that would have been 29 damage.
Yeah, they 2 HP.
Oh, but it has HP, which means it was worth killing.
Items have HP.
Pretty sure it was zombie hands.
It's okay.
All right, anything else, Ragus?
I think I did enough. Well, maybe walk one more step so I'm not on the actual thingy.
Okay. Lucius.
You okay, Ragus?
I'm fine.
You got it, buddy.
Aladdin has made me feel worse than this.
The door that we opened, did it like swing out, go up, slide down?
It swung out. It swung out.
I'm gonna take one of like the 40 daggers I have in my inventory, and go to wedge like the pommel of one in where the door is, so that it won't swing back close.
Cool.
And that's all I got.
Dunzo. Leos.
Question,
Yes.
which I probably should have asked earlier. Does Fleo still have his creepy parasite, ancient spirit thing?
I don't remember.
this reality-
Is that like the skull thing? Are you talking about your skull thing or which?
The
I don't remember.
there was some ancient elf that possessed my body, and then I grew wings.
Sure, I don't remember, but yeah, I'll have to go watch the episode. It's been so long. Let me check. It's probably listed in my magic item list. Go on. Yeah. You do. You have.
I mean, it hadn't actually done anything except
Oh,
that, like,
it was just
there
for
a
that
spooky
session where-
ghost inhabiting my body.
Right, and that was temporary though. I think, right?
I have no idea. It was not explained to us.
Fair. I'm gonna say no for nowsies for simplicity.
All right, then okay, cool. Cool. That actually is easier to play. Okay, so Fleos, having heard all of this noise and commotion, is going to just sort of peek around the corner here, see what the hell is going on. Oh wait, there's a door over here too. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
that
is
one's
there a
not.
door
That
over
one's not
here?
open though.
That one's not open.
Yeah. So I didn't
So
have time to
Fleo-
put physical doors in. So if you can't see through it, assume the door's closed.
Gotcha. I actually didn't even realize that these were doors. I'm a little bit zoomed out. This is a gigantic maze. So, Fleos comes and looks over, and it looks like Ragus is still okay.
Yeah, he's steaming a little, and there's scorch marks all over the floor.
Let's see. I'll move a little bit more forwards. To behind Morris, which should be, I guess, behind the scorch marks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm just gonna call over to Ragus. Are you okay? Do you require assistance?
I've been better, but I'll hold off for now. I'll be okay for now.
Okay. And then I'm gonna, I guess, look back over my shoulder and be like, Captain, do you have any idea what just happened?
You're the magic users.
I thought it was Aladdin.
And Fleo.
Wasn't me.
Well, neither of us have actually done this particular one, and magic I know, traps I don't.
So maybe we just take our time and try and investigate first before we smash hands.
Hey, we've been in places where hands started moving and save us the time.
You both have good points. End of turn.
Morris.
We delay
Quick question: When he walked over that line, did he touch the line, or did he just walk over it?
Ragus, did you actually physically step on the line, or did you step over it?
I mean, I would have tried to avoid it, but the grid here doesn't really give me the chance. I was
So-
just heading for one of the hands.
There you go. He didn't necessarily step on it, no. But he
Okay.
passed through it.
He passed through it. Okay, I'm just gonna take like one step to here for now.
Mhm.
And Ragus, you're okay, right?
And I'm away from the thing now, so.
Okay. Do I see a visual difference between this yellow line and the next one after?
No. And to be very clear, the gold itself is actually not scorched. So like the marble's scorched, but the gold almost looks like it's still immaculate.
And when he stepped on it, was it just like a flash point, like where he stepped, or the entire rectangle?
The entire
lit up?
rectangle kind of like had a luminescence run across it. Right before the fireball kind of came into existence above and then shot right down.
Okay. All right. How do we want to do this?
And you do know everybody's roles in the party, like because you've been together a week, so you know like roughly
Yeah.
what people do.
Yeah, Morris is not exactly the best planner, though. Um,
Lightning can't
um,
strike twice in the same spot, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just, you know
Except
what?
It's not lightning, it's fire.
I'm gonna try to. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say like, actually, what's the range on this? It's normally 30, I think. On the dart, the range is 20. So actually, but it's fine. I can shoot at disadvantage. So I'll take a step back again, and I'll try to I'll take one of my darts, and I'll just try to shoot it across at the second skull, not the first one, the one in the far back.
Okay.
See what happens.
So I'm sorry. Can you ping the skull that you're gonna shoot?
Let me move forward so I can see it. This one here.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll do it from here. So
Mhm.
that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's technically disadvantage because it's far. It's outside of my range. Okay, so that's a 16
16
to
to
hit
hit.
the skull,
Let me just double check. All right.
an unmoving skull.
That will hit. All right. Roll for damage, and then we'll have a discussion about what happens.
Okay. That sounds great. That is a 8 points of damage on the skull with my dart.
Ton of damage for a skull. So basically, what happens is you let loose this dart. It flies through the air. As it passes the first bit of gold, there's that same luminescence throughout the gold. Okay, and the air grows hot above, and this fireball shoots down, and that puts.
Sorry.
It's 5, 10, 15. Morris, Fleos, and Ragus all have to make dex saves.
Hey, now we know how it works. Did not good this time. 12?
You fail.
So it's half
Right,
damage
but-
still.
21. I saw it coming this time.
You got 21, so you're going to take half damage. And Fleos?
Was I not behind the scorch marks?
I guess you did say that. So I will put yourself back 5, 10, 15, 20, 5 more feet.
Wait,
Since you did say
Andrew,
that.
for what it's worth, I did carefully place my character behind the little pillar there.
The
Doesn't mean
fire
I'll be
wraps around.
Ah, motherfucker.
All right. So Fleos, we'll say you're out of range because you did specify that. So I will give it to you absolutely. Okay. So let me just do some damage rolls real quick.
I got a 20 as a dex save, so I leap out of the way of the fire that can't touch me.
Have to do math. Okay. Ragus, you succeeded, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Morris takes half damage because his ability, right?
Yes.
So you
Yes.
both take 20 points of fire damage.
That's more than before when I got it straight
Yeah.
in the face.
I have to roll dice for this. Now,
Alright.
very important, equally important. The dart passes through the flames, and it now itself, because it actually goes right before the flames happen, right? So it passes, the line emanates the light, fireball shoots down, and it goes towards the second one, passes this second one, it illuminates, and another fireball comes down, 5, 10. Hey, Ragus, you're still within range. Give me another dex save.
I
Grab
failed
says,
one.
is it the entire circle that is the entire square or rectangle rather that's illuminating each time?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you failed this one, you said?
Oh yeah.
That's okay, I'm not rolling very well.
Yeah, well you gave me 20 earlier, so I'm 19. I'm already lost 39 plus whatever you're about to give me.
I would be damned.
23 points of fire damage.
Holy
How do you say that? You got the highest number so far. All right, now I'm not feeling good, guys.
It's 8d6.
I'm really not feeling well.
Oh, and then just for clarity, it then passes into this third section, and nobody's within range of that one. But again, it illuminates, the fire rains down. And, oh, this is actually, you know what? Some of these things got immolated. This got immolated, and then this skull gets immolated. And,
How about the hands? Don't they burn as well?
yeah, this hand's gone. This is actually, like, nothing left. And...
So I'm just gonna go lean against the wall here, and well, we learned a lot.
And the flag erupts in flames and, like, it's incinerated.
Uh-oh. Hope we didn't need that.
Is there a way, like, between the gold thingy and the wall for me to sneak past?
No, it is far too small for you to sneak past.
Nice. And if I know a big fireball is coming, can I just grab my shield and protect myself against it somehow?
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm done, by the way. Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. Eladin.
So, all right, my instinct is to throw a fireball back at the fireball.
God, I love you.
Dude, if you burn me, we're gonna have some
But
problems.
I'm not going to do that because I think that Ragus has already been hit by enough, and I'm really terrified of what he would do to me if I put more fire in him. So I am going to go up and, Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong because I don't think I've ever actually done this, either investigate or do an Arcana check on...
You choose. I will let you choose. If you want to look for physical mechanisms and like things of that nature, do an investigation. If what you're really interested in is this magical? And if it is magical, what type of magic is it? Things of that nature, then give me the Arcana.
So I know that it's magical.
Obviously, fireballs. The fireball's materializing out of nothing.
Yeah, so like I know it's magical. What I'm looking for specifically is inspiration on how I can disrupt that magical connection.
Okay. So
Andrew,
if you want to
this
physically disrupt it, then investigation. If you want to magically disrupt it, then Arcana.
Arcana it is. Granted, it's the same modifier for both of them. Give me the
Cool.
first one.
Andrew, any chance you have
May
the
I help
details
him?
on my horn anywhere near you?
One
Because
second. Let's go one at a time. Just because. So Steven, what were you saying?
Do you still have the details about the horn I had on my head? Because I'm starting to remember that it might have been the fire one, and I might have resistance.
Oh,
to
it's
fire.
possible. You're right. Let me pull up my magic items.
Alright.
Because I wanted it and you got it.
Which one do you
I
have?
the win one as well.
You have
Here's the fire.
The Frey something. The
yeah. Ruby of Frey's fire resistance.
Okay, so that's not as bad then. So what does that mean?
What is that? Half damage, I think.
So I divide by 2 all the damage I've received?
Yeah, because you're not immune, so you're fire resistant. Yes, you divide it by 2.
Okay. That's a little nicer.
Why do I have a recharge on here? What is it?
You can probably ignore it.
Instead of 62, I only took 31 damage.
There you go.
Into the thing.
That's nice.
Alright. Now, Fleos, you are CDW. You were asking something.
Yeah, I wanted to see if, because we're still doing this in turns, I wanted to see if I could assist Eladin on their Arcana check or not.
We're gonna say no for simplicity's sake. Arcana's not really super. I mean, yeah, no, not so much.
13.
A 13. Well, definitively, there is a magical component to this. You know, because it's a magical component. There's no way this is just spontaneously powering itself, right? Like you've tried to build things like this before. Let's face it, especially when you were in the dormitories and there were those rather large rats, the rats of unusual size. And so you know that there are some components this has to be burning through. So it can't last forever, right?
Don't try it.
So is that my action or can I still do something?
I will let that be like a bonus in this case.
Hey, sorry, Joe is messaging on roll 20. I think you might have to be added to the Discord group if you didn't.
I'm sorry. Yes. Can somebody else add him, or is that?
Probably.
I got
What's
it.
his username?
I got it. It's cool. I have this open on my laptop too.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, and I looked this up. Gold's melting temperature is less than that of normal air. So,
Hello, friends.
hey Joe.
Hello.
We're about to get the most engineering solution to a magic problem ever. Go on.
Yeah.
Nice.
So gold melts at like 50 degrees less than where normal fire burns. So not even like magic crazy fire. So I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the first gold set near Ragus. Sorry, Ragus. And see if I can like melt the gold that's in the inlay to try and disrupt it.
So, ping where you're casting it, because you can shape it and stuff, right? You're not gonna
Yeah.
actually hurt Ragus.
No, but like if it ends up exploding.
So, go ahead and so you cast it, right? There's no like it gets a dex save, right?
No, Firebolt, not Firebolt.
Oh, Firebolt. So you have to make an attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna assume it hits because it's a static. Roll. Make sure you don't get a 1.
I got a 27.
You're good. So your Firebolt fires off and smashes into the gold. And again, what happens is you even scorch the marble a little more than it had been scorched before, but the gold itself is still immaculate. Now remember, there had been fireballs that had hit it and it hadn't melted.
Right. But so does the Firebolt trigger another fireball?
No. Come on, man.
I'm just trying to understand the rules.
Me too.
All right, that's it for me.
Awesome.
I stay clearly behind the scorch mark lines.
All right, Isilme.
Okay. Sorry, I was typing up the recap.
All good.
I'm just going to tentatively, like, carefully move a couple spaces forward and look around, but not really try to do anything else crazy, especially since Eladin's still trying to figure things out. So I'll just move over to, like, here-ish and look at the gold and, like...
So you're, like, teetering on the edge of the gold.
Yeah, just kind of, like, walk along the wall, see if I notice anything.
Yeah, why don't you give me an investigation?
Why am I so bad at this one? Ooh, that is an 11? 11. I'm not the smartest.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, you can tell that it's obviously inlaid, and there's probably, you're thinking, like, in your mind, you're like, there's probably some conductive component, right? Like, and I'm assuming, Eladin, you didn't actually mention what I told you, right? Oh, wait, he's not there, is he?
He just went to wash his hands or something.
Wash his hands. The timer went off, and he had to, yeah.
He was in the bathroom. I just heard him washing his hands. Sorry.
Fair.
Back.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he didn't say anything out loud. Corey, you didn't say anything out loud, right? About the...
Sorry, I really had to pee.
No, it's all
Guys,
good.
or Ragus, you should probably come back, and we should try and waste away whatever energy is on these things. I think if we just keep shooting projectiles, they'll burn themselves out.
I'm gonna get burned again if I try.
Well, you don't really have a choice, man. At least it's not my fault.
All right, so Isilme, you heard about the charges. So looking at it and with what you rolled, you know that like there's some conductive element. It clearly has to be getting, the charges, whatever's feeding the charges from somewhere. But with what you rolled, you kind of are looking around. You're like, I don't know exactly where it would be.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
Are you gonna hang out right there, or are you gonna?
I'll move in. Yeah, I'll move into the safety of this alcove.
So in order to do that, you'd have to be rather agile. I will allow it if you.
It's to me. I'm getting burned from where I am. You're in no safety there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's you kind of have to cross over it. That space is very tiny.
Okay.
But if you would like to be extremely careful crossing over it, I will allow you to try and do such a thing.
But there's no point. She's gonna get burned there too.
Using acrobatics.
Yeah, let's try that.
I have a DC in my brain. You just have to beat it.
Okay. Does a 26 work?
Yeah. Just made it. Just made it. Yeah, so Isilme kind of like nimbly steps right at the edge and over and crosses over without disrupting the line.
So wait, how come he managed to go through and I'm not allowed to try to do an athletics check or
Because you're a bumbling dwarf wearing plate mail.
with a +7 athletics?
No, it wouldn't be athletics. It'd be
No,
acrobatics.
sorry, my bad. I got +10 athletics, +7 acrobatics.
What armor are you wearing? Don't you get a negative, like a max dex cap and stuff? It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, which is why it's only 7.
All right. I'll let you do it on your next turn, which just so happens to be now. Would you like to use your acrobatics to attempt to
No,
go
I want to investigate as well because I started looking at things, so I'm going to see if I look at things as well. If I
Fine.
find something on
Go
my
ahead.
side. Investigation, right?
And I'm gonna give you an advantage because there's stonework involved. And I'm generous.
Natural 20.
Excellent. Okay, so you look at this and you can see the stones and how they're laid out, and you see the metal, the gold, the shiny, and how it's been poured into this area. And you can kind of discern that based off of it, there might be, and looking at the stone, you notice that there's like I'm not gonna say like a brick, but there's a section here that is slightly longer and taller, and you think that it may be related to whatever mechanism is involved.
Okay. So can I continue investigating that same thing?
Yeah, I'll let you use your action to continue the investigation. I've been giving this as a bonus for simplicity's sake, but if you want to use your full action and investigate, I will.
Yeah, I get closer to it.
Yeah,
and
so now that you've seen this, give me another roll.
And this time is a 16.
16, that's fine. So you're looking at this with your prior did you do it advantaged?
Yeah.
Okay. So looking at this and with kind of your prior knowledge, you can see an area that is like the grouting on it. Just it looks slightly different. And you notice like there's a little bit of a loose section, and you pull the loose section out and the entire thing kind of opens up, and inside is all this glowing fluid and elements inside glass tubes.
Okay, I describe it out loud for the rest of the crew.
Break it. Should fix it.
I'm not sure I should break something with weird colors and weird things in there. It doesn't feel safe.
No, you're probably right. Why don't you retreat and let me blow it up from a safe distance?
All right, so I guess if that was my full action, I'm not allowed to go anywhere anymore, right?
That's right. So you're sitting there. Lucius.
So I am going to enter the room. I'm going to hug the wall. I'm not going to cross the gold threshold because that's what everyone's talking about.
So give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, that's a lot. Acrobatics +9, so that's 25.
You make it. You hug the wall. You are paper thin.
Which means I'll move right there as I skirt by it. And I'll just kind of like, Ragus, like, kind of give gesture to move just a little bit. While he is not looking, I'll furl out my hand and conjure a whip and crack the components that are behind the wall.
Sweet. Okay. I'm not going to make you attack it because it's ridiculous to do so. You conjure your whip, you smack it across, the glass shatters, all the components mix together, and both of you give me dexterity saves.
Motherfucker.
Nice knowing you guys.
My next action, I'm attacking Lucius. Where was my dex? Plus, 22.
You save. You're only going to take
19.
19. You both save. Lucius, you're going to take half damage. Ragus, you take quarter damage.
I.
All right.
Now the rate we turned it was 19, then 20, then 23, so now it'll be 35.
Round down. So 15 points of damage for Lucius, 7 points of damage for Ragus. But the components explode, and you see kind of like another flash across this particular rectangle, this one rectangle. And then the gold actually turns liquid and kind of grays and then evaporates. Sorry, from these two. This one and this one.
Okay. Well, fellas, apparently if we blow up some things, and get some damage, we can get rid of this shite.
So, point of reference, maybe I should wait till everyone's out of the way. I am sorry, and I owe you a drink.
Make it 2.
A drink and a shot. And that's my turn.
All right, Fleos.
Question. The fireball has been around a range of 20 feet so far?
Yeah, around the golden perimeter.
Yeah. Could I clearly see what they were doing from where I was?
I will say, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So then, and then, both of those are down. So if I were to go forwards and look in the same spot, would I be able to see the same spot from standing around about here-ish?
We'll say yes, for simplicity's sake.
Okay. Hold on. Let me do some quick measuring. Literally, that is literally as far as I can go. All right. All right. So just to check and see, Leos is going to come up to. Wait. Sorry. Being careful. All right. Leos is going to come up to that point, and then Leos is going to try and see and make out the little batch of components that is powering the next one of these.
Oh, sorry. So the next one would be, like, assuming the pattern repeats, it would be over here.
Oh, okay.
But you can't
no, and
see.
Andrew might be on the other side.
Oh, sorry. I was switching headphones, and I thought that it was in the ceiling. Not
Oh no, sorry. It's in the
Not the
little
code.
nooks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, then, Fleos is just going to go. Fleos is just going to travel over to these two. Well, no, he's going to stay there because that's 20 feet out, and he's going to call in, crane around the corner, just sort of lean forwards and crane around the corner and call in to Lucius and Ragus and just be like, "Hey, are you two still okay? Do you need assistance?" Like, you know, he's just gonna like hold up his hand in a like little.
I think it would be rude for me to say no twice in a row.
I mean,
This way, I won't need to rax my chest this week.
It's entirely up to you. How bloody does Ragus look? Or how burnt, I
mean,
guess.
I've lost 39 points.
Don't keep track of your HP. It's up to you. You tell me when you're near death so that I know how to kill you. I mean, not to kill you.
Right.
Something like that.
If you're willing to bring me up to par, I wouldn't say no, but I can still be okay.
Oh, weird. Sorry if there's yelling in the background.
The pandemic. It's
Somebody
fine.
outside is drunk.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna hold the spell for now. I'm going to sort of put up my hands and be like, well, I mean, if you're okay for now, then I will save my energy because there's a limited amount of it.
Okay,
We
that's
may
fine.
be in more dire straits later on.
Probably will.
Excellent. Anything else?
No, that's gonna be all for now. I'm just gonna take like a close look though at where the gold was before? Is it like a groove? Like there was something there, or was it just like
Yes.
ethereal?
Yeah, it is a groove, and there's like you can see, you don't need to do a check or anything like that. You can see there's like a leftover like residual dust and stain of the gold melted away. But it's no longer gold at all. It's like gray.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll hold off for now.
Morris,
So have we confirmed that these first two were disabled?
we have not done any mathematical confirmation or test-based confirmation.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, but it's,
Leroy.
it doesn't just affect me. That's the thing. So, and
Fine,
then when they smashed the stuff in the alcove, it still blew up.
That went boom.
Yeah.
And how did you guys smash it? You just like hit it or something?
It seems to be resistant to fireballs.
Well, he fireballed the gold. He didn't fireball the mech.
Well,
Okay.
right, but the mechanism releases 20 feet
Oh.
of fire, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's only one way to find out. And
That's
at
the
least
spirit.
if the other one blows up, everybody is out of range right now. So at least I have a decent chance of dodging this. So I will start moving 5, 10, 15.
Those are the least confident footsteps I've ever heard.
15. All good?
Oh yeah, you're good. You're fine.
20, 25, 30. And then it's acrobatics check to hug the wall, right?
Yes.
So 35 acrobatics check. That's a 19.
You're good.
Okay. 40, and do I have to go all the way to the end? I can move 45, so I'm good. So
Yeah, it's right here, so you're good.
nimble monk. Okay. And then how'd you guys smash this?
He whipped it. He whipped it real good.
So what you see in front of you is a stone wall. Because there's the mechanism. And I don't know how if your character was probably good enough to see it. I think maybe not.
I
But
don't know.
could have heard
Yeah.
hear them talking and the sounds of it. Ragus
Mhm.
had opened something.
Oh, okay. So do I see something that I have to open?
You just see
Ragus fondled some bricks.
you see a stone wall. So you'll have to do let's see, you've done acrobatics and a move, so you still have either a bonus. I'm kind of like fizzling it. So you have to do some type of investigation or a perception check. I leave it to you. Choose what you want prefer to do.
Oh, definitely perception.
Yeah.
23.
At 23, yeah. So you kind of examine it and look at it, and because you already know it's there, you just don't know exactly where it is. You're not investigating. You're trying to perceive, and and as you're looking, you kind of notice there's this little. It almost looks like there's a chip in the block, but a very like uniform chip, and you kind of touch it, and it moves a little bit, and when you push it in, the wall kind of like swings. One of the blocks swings out, revealing this whole set of tubes with fire on the inside. Fire
Okay,
and
I
like
smash
little
him.
other movements. Okay.
I smash him with my staff.
I'm out of water, but I did that anyway. Yeah, so you do that, and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. You know what? I'm gonna use luck for this one. I can choose which one I want to use, right?
I rolled really poorly.
Okay, 15?
Nope. You still only take
What?
half damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. I rolled really poorly.
Yeah, see how it is. You only roll big when it's me.
So you smash the mechanism, and the fire kind of envelops you, but kind of you go down really low because you're expecting it a little bit, and you kind of get a little bit out of the way. You only take 8 points of fire damage.
Oh,
I rolled
Alright.
a lot of ones on my D6s.
And then- if I look back, what do I see? The things like cleared out?
Yeah, let me add in the art for it.
Since it's not my turn for a while, I'm gonna get a beer. I'll be back.
I second that.
You take his little figure and like move it off.
I'm actually gonna grab a whiskey, so let's classify this as a break. Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
be back in
Okay. Hey guys, it worked.
Hey guys, on that question, the fuck's going on?
Okay, I sent you a recap.
Yes, that I saw the quick one.
That's
That's literally
not a quick
everything.
one. That's all of it.
That's all
it?
we've done. Is we
So we've literally just gotten to the entrance of this tomb thingy
yep.
and started fucking shit up.
Oh, and the thing that's in it for us if we succeed is like lots and lots of gold, like 100,000 something gold pieces, and a boat, which is obviously
Okay.
all I care about.
I also only care about the boat.
Stand back.
Dude, how's guitar
Cool.
school?
Guitar school's fucking awesome, dude.
Dude,
I absolutely
I'm
love
telling
it.
you, all I've been doing is following you on Facebook because it looks badass.
It really is, dude. Like, so we're in Arizona, and we had like the first rain that I've had since being out of New York here, and it was like a torrential fucking downpour, which is, you know, par for the course in New York. But everybody
Shut
over
down.
here was like freaking the fuck out, and there's like no drainage, and all of our outdoor wood shop is like 3 inches underwater. All the power cords are shot. Like, we gotta. It was ridiculous today. But yeah, no, it's been a fucking blast.
That's
really
awesome,
cool.
man. How long are you down there?
It's a 5-month program. I've been here about a month now.
Wow, that's
Mhm.
great, dude.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like we've almost got the box of the acoustic done, and we just started rough shaping the neck for the electric today, and that was a ton of fun.
I think we're all looking forward for our first guitars from you. It's great.
Oh, dude, believe me, you're on the list. The real thing is, like, I have to buy so many fucking power tools and make my own fucking jigs for so much when I'm out of this wood shop. It's
The other
gonna
day.
be expensive and amazing all at the same time.
The other day, Marshall was like, "Where's Joe?"
Oh, you have no idea how much I miss your children. They're awesome. Instead,
At
I
least,
have
like-
I'm staying with my cousins, and they're like 15 and teenagers and angsty as shit.
Yeah, that sounds like Ellie. She's very opinionated now.
I believe it.
Isn't she only like 5?
Not even
You're
2.5.
like 2.5.
Oh, shit.
So of course she knows everything.
Obviously.
I had a legitimate argument where it was no minions frozen. No minions frozen. And I was like, Ellie, we're
Amazing.
watching fucking minions. I'm done on.
I fucking love it.
She was literally like the other day. So we had these little 2 ukuleles for them. Marshall's lying in his bed. Ellie climbs up into his bed, perches next to him, and strums in his ear, and is like serenading him while he's trying to sleep. And then I hear a thud and crying. I go upstairs. Marshall's holding the guitar, and he goes, "I was just trying to sleep."
all I heard is that last little bit. It sounds amazing.
My
That's
daughter,
amazing.
like who her preface is the spot of hell, was serenading my son while he was trying to sleep at 9 o'clock at night, and something went awry and she got hit in the head, and my son ended up with a guitar.
So Joe's making us all guitars, right?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Whoa. I would like perhaps a guitar to be made for me. I would not like to be made a guitar.
Good clarification.
In
It's
a
okay.
polymorph wizard? Yeah, good clarity.
no, I'm a cleric, not a transfiguration wizard. So you're all right.
Dude, I'll take a dice box. You got some proficiency with power tools now.
I have a ton of scrap wood that I can make a dice box out of.
To be clear, Joe, Dimitri has an eyeball that is a D20 and a giant. He has a thing in his skull too, right?
Yes, I think I still got the black one.
A giant obsidian rock coming out of his skull. You're kind of terrifying, dude.
Yes, this is true.
Oh, did you roll for initiative?
I just put like a 1 in there because I forgot how Roll20 works.
Okay.
So just stick me at the bottom.
What I plan on doing.
You can roll real dice if you have them.
I have real dice, but I forgot how to, for initiative, how to fucking put that shit in.
Are we all back? Is Steven back?
Yeah, being back.
All right, let's keep going. So Morris, you just smashed this fireball wrapped around you. You got a little singed. Anything else? I think you're all spent.
Oh yeah. I mean, totally.
All right, Elodin.
Elodin is confident that the others have done their thing, so he takes a few steps forward, sees a skull all the way at the end of the hallway, and is going to just shoot off a firebolt at it.
Excellent.
He's no way, shape, or form getting closer.
Cool. Which skull? Can you ping it?
The one labeled skull.
Oh, I see how it is. The DM labels something, and that means you should attack it.
Well, I don't know what these two things are.
Oh, those are skulls as well.
Oh, then I would do the closer one.
Okay. So you want this one?
Yeah.
It's like computer RPGs where you mouse over everything and it's
Mm-hmm.
just a regular cursor, but then this one thing, it turns into a different icon.
It's
It
pixel
tells you
hunting.
that the developers are like, click this here.
All right,
It's like when you're walking down the street and see weird masonry and you're like, that was definitely a portal to someplace.
Arizona's weird, dude. All right.
Yeah. A little bit.
Go ahead and make a attack roll.
A 13 to hit.
That hits.
12 fire damage.
Whew. Yeah, it smacks into it, and basically little bits of bone go shooting across the floor.
And that's it for me. They make the best fucking chicken.
That note.
So that last square doesn't have hasn't been cleared up yet, basically, right?
Correct.
Andrew, is this what I think it is?
No, it's probably not.
Is it worse than what I think it is?
No.
Probably.
I see a skull with like white heavy metal hair flying backwards.
Heavy metal thunder. Do I have 4 of these?
So
Second.
Eddie?
I told you we had to kill the hands. Look at that. Hands in turn order now. You're welcome. We got two less. I've learned a lesson with Andrew. Anything there, kill it. Like that when we were in the tomb and there were like 4 corpses, and I was just killing them just in case. Chop their heads off.
All right, so Elodin, you're done, right? Or are you doing something else?
Hold on.
Yep.
So am I up or is the hand up?
Oh, sorry, Elodin, you said you were done?
Yes, I'm done.
I apologize. That's my fault. So, yeah, this hand kind of... you can't see it yet, but you will see it shortly. Let me check its movement real quick. Movement 20.
Movement. That was good.
It kind of, basically, like a hand scurries out and just barely dodges. Like, it's like dodges past this, and then goes over here and will use double movement.
Oh, okay.
And it scurries all the way up to you, and it kind of skitters to a stop, and it's like... That's
It's
all
like Thing in the Addams Family.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's May.
By the way, if this feels like combat, I did roll to see if I go crazy, and I do not go crazy.
This is good. This is the way.
I guess I will go up and try to slash the hand. So 5, 10. That's fine. Catty corner.
You should talk to it, talk to the hand.
Hi, Mr. Hand. I'm going to slash you now.
It just kind of like bumps on its like stub and goes like this.
Classy hand.
I was waiting for it to like pull out a dagger from nowhere. Like that.
It would be worse if it said something.
All right, so I'm just taking out, or I'm just using my fancy red small sword thing.
Doesn't that glow when there's undead nearby?
Yeah, we always forget that. Is it glowing?
Yeah.
Great.
You're fighting a hand.
Just checking.
It's speaking sign language to you.
Okay, that's a 15 to hit.
That hits. What is your? I mean, what's your modifier for damage? How much? It's gonna be enough. It only has 2 HP. I'm assuming you do at least 2 damage, right?
Modifiers are 3, and then it should take an additional 1d6 for being undead.
So basically, you slash off that finger that it's sticking up, and then you kind of pierce through the middle of it, and then rip up, and then the thing kind of just falls apart in a mummified.
Great. Before I do anything, does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay, great. So that was 5, 10. I'll go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I will just hug this like section of the wall.
Mr. Ragus.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna. I can't really move that far anyway. But now that they look safe, I'm gonna get out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how far I can go. I do see another hand over there, right? And let's see how far it is. 40 feet. I think I can do a disadvantage throw there. Let me see. 2 seconds. I think I have it here. I'm trying to get my range on the axe.
If it's a throwing
40,
axe,
and that's
20.
40 feet, so I can actually just reach that hand right over there with disadvantage. So I'm going to throw my axe at it. And I got, so disadvantage is the second one, so 8 plus a bunch.
8 plus a bunch.
Yeah, 19.
All right. You throw your axe, it smashes it into tiny little bits and pieces, and severs off all these parts, and it goes flying everywhere, and it kind of just goes limp with little bits of it missing. Easy peasy.
Okay. And I remake my axe appear to my hand. Do I don't really get to see this thing over here, do I?
Where?
Where I can't point at it. Oh, wait, here. Do I see this at all or no?
You do not have line of sight, no.
And this one is probably too far. I know, it's actually on range as well, so I'm going to go and attack the skull that's over here then.
Go ahead.
All right, so that's also disadvantage. Which means I only get a 16 to hit.
That hits, and this one smashes into little bits and pieces.
Good. And that's my turn.
All right. So that brings us to this hand. This hand comes out and goes right up next to Isilme, and it kind of like stops skitterish, looks at you, and then jumps at you. Let's see what it does. If anything. Let me just pause. Just confirming. That's Isilme. Your AC 17?
Yes.
Yay! I only say yay because it hits. So it does, ready for this? A whole D4 plus 1.
Does it just scratch you really hard?
It does 2 points. 2 points of slashing damage as it kind of slashes at your knee, pulling at your clothing furiously with sharp nails.
Cool.
So that brings us to this skull.
Wait, that's its turn?
That was his turn. Oh, it ends
Then
within 5 feet of you, so you can.
I
Yeah.
can move, was it half my speed?
Yeah.
Half my speed.
Hmm.
I feel like I shouldn't try and cross the gold, so
Nice.
just jump back a little bit.
All right. This skull over here is going to move. It has this. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Is anyone within range? Oh, yeah. Cool. All right.
Oh shit! There's a skull down there.
I need an intelligence save from Isilme and Ragus.
My intelligence
Seriously, you had to pick intelligence.
is not the best.
Oh, actually, no, I'm not as dumb as I thought. I don't know.
Oh god,
You big dum dum.
I beefed it. I beefed.
What'd you get?
I don't want to tell you.
I got 21.
I got a natural 1 plus 1.
All right, Steven, you're good. Isilme, let's see. Isilme, you take 11 psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute. You'll get to at the end of your next turn, you'll get to make another saving throw.
Okay.
All right, just remind me. Okay, so that's all that does. And then there's this other one over here, and a mage hand. One person command hold compulsion hold monster sleep. Oh, that's what it's gonna do. Cool. Open link. Oh, you can hover. D&D Beyond added like the ability to, when you hover over a monster's spell, it shows you the spell in like a little hover box. It's really nice. All right, one action. It's attack save. Who's gonna be attacked? Ragus. Why not? Make a wisdom save, please.
Ah, no, but what you keep trying to get something that I have lower and lower.
What's it?
14.
All right, let me. 14? Okay, you fail. So, let's see. You start kind of just chuckling to yourself about the situation. Like, little hands and little skulls are laughing at you, and it's kind of ridiculous. And you fall over, laughing hysterically, and you are now incapacitated and unable to stand for 1 minute.
Excellent. So you let me know?
If you take damage, or at the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw. Sound good?
All right.
Lucius.
I mean, no, it doesn't sound good, but I don't think I have a choice.
Oh, you're mute. You have to press your button. Like it was a soliloquy to be soliloquied.
I pop out and I'm like, hey guys, I think we have to. Whoa, what the fuck? I see the floating hand. Do I make out this skull thing?
If you can see it, you can make it out. Oh, sorry, the one's behind right here.
Yeah.
That one's out of line of sight for you.
Okay. I'm gonna move up, check on Ragus, realize he's laughing hysterically, and I'm gonna give something a shot here. I'm gonna draw one of the random daggers I have, and just toss it as far as I can down the hallway.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So you toss it, and as it passes over here, it obviously creates a ball of fire. 5, 10, 15, 20. Isilme, you'll have to make a saving throw.
Sorry, Captain. I took a shot.
And is gone. This ball, I think, is gone. Let me double check HP. Oh, no.
Do I-
Sorry. This has a lot of HP. And Control Z that?
D&D Beyond told me to take the shot, so.
Do I get to make the saving throw when I'm stunned?
You are stunned? I am going to say no.
5E stunned.
Double check, yeah.
Remember.
Wait, I thought Ragus was stunned. I thought she was just.
No, Ragus is incapacitated.
I'm laughing my ass off, literally.
Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws.
All right.
Ugh.
It's
But that's
20.
what I'm good at.
Let me see if the brain saves.
Okay.
Oh, it has very negative. It failed. Oh, it's going to take it as well. So, Isilme, you take 23 points of fire damage as the fire goes off. And the skull that's over here lights on fire, and now it's a flaming skull, and little bits of it kind of slosh away of its mummified flesh, and its hair is smoldering. You get that horrible scent of burning hair, but it still is up and capable. Anything else, Lucius?
I'm going to move over yonder Can I see the skull?
Kind of still out of sight. You really have to be occupying that golden square. You could take a shot at it at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
Like maybe it just kind of floats slightly in and out, and you can try and get something there.
But don't hit the gold thing.
All right, a 16 and a 7.
Don't hit the gold thing.
Sorry, I'm checking my dagger.
Uncanny touch, but I don't know evasion.
Sorry, I never throw daggers, so I'm trying to plus 6. 22 to hit.
Yeah, we'll say that hits. Definitely hits.
Plus 3. 6 points of damage.
So you throw off the dagger, and it kind of hits into it, and you see a fracture form across the skull, but it's still kind of like sitting there. And to be very clear, it's not floating, it's not moving, it's just sitting there on the ground, unmoving. Like maybe like its jaws moving just a touch, but there's nothing like it's not levitating or anything like that.
Awesome. I think that is it for me then.
Leos.
All right, first thing. Is the captain's sword still glowing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Second thing. You didn't fix my eyes.
You know what it is? I think on the master sheet, when I copy and paste you over from it, I don't have you set up.
Yeah.
Second, I'll fix it.
No, that's okay. Let me figure out where exactly I'm going to go. That's 20.
All right, you should be good now.
Yes, I am. That's too far for those things. I can't fire a projectile through that because it would be problematic for a variety of reasons. All right. Leos is going to move to here, which should be, although all these scorch marks are getting difficult now, but he was paying attention to where the fire ended last time because there's these useful markers that we've got for the length of the fireball in these columns and little cornices. Cupolas? Bolgia? I don't know. Anyway, I am then going to hold my small cantrip. I am going to... damn it. Alright, so technically I can only hold an action. I can't hold a bonus action, but it is an action to produce flame, and it is a bonus action to throw it.
No dice.
Then I will hold Thorn Whip, which is an action, but does slightly less damage, for when I see the skull come around the corner and into my line of sight.
Okay, so if the skull enters your line of sight, you will thorn with it.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, then you will thorn it. It's an if and a then, right? All right, cool. Hey, Dimitri! Hi! Hey! Hi! Hi! Hey!
Okay, so I have only seen so much from this little tiny outside the door. But what I have seen was some fireballs and my friends get hit a lot. So I'm going to move into the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. About there. And as I'm doing it, I'm just sort of like rant and pray a little bit and be like, Cinderella's tits, you guys sure do know how to get in trouble. And I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds around me, so everybody within 60 feet gets some healing.
Cinderella's tits is my new
I believe we have to make that into t-shirts. I'm just saying.
I'd buy them. Okay, so that will be. What was that? Where is it? Mass healing words. I just had it.
Mass cure wounds or healing word?
1d. Oh, mass healing word.
Okay.
So that anybody around me gets. Okay, so rolled the wrong dice. Here we go. Use my new tiny little mini dice. So everybody gets a whopping 6 points of healing.
That's good. Everybody gets it. That's great.
Okay,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's literally everybody.
I'll
Cause yeah.
take it.
All right,
I
then
feel
maybe.
better all of a sudden.
But more importantly, I'm in the room and I see what the fuck was going on.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, because that is just a bonus action,
Ooh.
as in actual action. So that thing right there was the skull.
Is a skull? Yes.
It's
Indeed.
a skull. Okay, cool. And I saw it there. I don't need line of sight, so I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Nice.
So it needs to make, what was that, a wisdom saving throw? I think, let me double check.
It saves.
What?
It does that.
What is your? What is the DC?
17.
It saves.
You must roll.
Son of a bitch.
Waste of a natural 20, but it saves.
Oh, well then in that case oh wait, no, that's a critical, no, yeah, any natural 20. I
You
think
undo it.
I can do. I undo
So I
it.
can-
Let me
I-
double check on that. Let me double check. I think that might just be for attacks.
No, that's just for attacks because it makes it a non-critical.
Yeah, Sentinel.
I think.
Yeah, it's when a other creature that I see suffers a critical hit on an attack.
Right.
I make it a regular hit, so I
So no
cannot.
dice.
Yeah, correct.
All right, so it
All right.
it succeeds. You you hear bells and you summon the forces of your loyalty and your faith, and as sometimes happens, it just Sindral's ear wasn't upon you at that moment.
It might be nice if the skull had ears to hear the bells.
All right, brings us to Morris.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Is this the skull? Is it dangerous? Has it been doing something?
That skull? Yeah, you can even see like a
It has
little bit of
been
an
knocked
ethereal magical energy around it. Like there's almost like a little glow, and like the air around it kind of does this, whatever this is. Shivers.
Yeah, that shit ain't good. 25 hugging the wall.
You make it.
Really? I don't have to do anything?
Oh, I thought you said 25 hugging the wall, like you
No,
rolled
no.
25.
Sorry, 25 is my movement. I'm counting
Oh,
my movement.
Yes,
So-
no, please
yeah.
give me an acrobatics
Yeah,
check.
sorry, I know it's confusing.
I was like,
So-
25, of course, you do great.
Yeah, I think I'm good because actually I got 27. So-
Even better.
And then 30. And where's the skull right now?
Right next to you.
But is it floating? Is it on a floor?
It's
What
on the
is it?
ground. It's just on the ground sitting there. Can't turn. Got a lonely
I'm gonna
life.
Smash it.
Go for it.
Someone's learning.
Well,
Smash skulls when they're in the ground before they get up.
Yeah. So, wait, 14
That hits.
against an unmoving skull.
That hits.
Okay, cool. My damage with this. Um, 11 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4 points of force damage.
Ooh, let me do math.
So
real quick.
15 points total. That was attack number 1.
All right. It's so you is that with your quarterstaff?
No.
Your knuckles?
Yeah.
So you just kind of like going out the knuckles and just
Like-
smack, and there's cracks and little chunks fly off of it, but it's still together. It's still holding
Okay, my
fast.
quarterstaff is basically just a walking stick now. I
Got it.
always punch shit. Okay, attack number 2. That is a 17.
That hits.
And that is 10 points of bludgeoning plus 1 point of force damage, so 11
Ooh.
points total.
All right, so yeah, you again blunted your knuckles. You just kind of smash down on it, hammer fisting it. Again, chunks fly everywhere. Part of the cheek weld kind of just rips apart. Some of the teeth go flying and bounce against the wall, and one of them ends up in your hair. But it's still holding together, even though it's kind of mostly shattered.
Okay, all right. So bonus action attack, because I use my attack, so I get to do an extra unarmed attack as a bonus action as a monk. That's 16.
That hits.
And that is 12 points of bludgeoning plus 3 points of force damage. So that's 15.
Yep. So just
15, 15. So that's 41 points so far.
So that at this point you're just kind of fed up. You've been smashing it with those knuckles of yours, and you just kind of take aim one more time, and you kind of go down low and smash it, and your fist breaks through it, and pieces just go flying everywhere. The skull shattering and covering that small space with debris, and it is gone. It is nothing.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yo, that shit is tough, but it's gone.
Is your hand okay?
Now,
Broke a
let me-
skull with it.
I'm good. I'm good.
Let me take a look at it.
Ragus,
I'm
you
good.
stop. You start to come out of your laughter. You're like, huh, what was so funny?
Okay, and then, so that was 30. 35 acrobatics check. Right? Yeah. There's people in range, right? So I'm gonna use luck on this one. Oh. Okay, so the first one was actually better. So 12 acrobatics.
All right, who's in
I
range?
rolled 3 and 1.
Dead.
I kid you not.
Isilme and Lucius and Morris, deck saves.
I'm still stunned, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So I'm fucked.
You're in range.
Oh, god damn it.
Uh-oh.
14 save?
Nope.
Fark. Mother forking shirt balls. Damn it.
All right, you still take half damage, right? Right, Morris. So Morris takes 13. Lucius, what'd you roll? You're muted.
18.
18. You're good. You take half damage, 13. And Isilme, you take 26. Oh,
I'm not doing good.
serious face.
Hey,
Alright.
no guy. Quit hurting the captain.
Morris, anything else?
40, 45. And I'm kind of gonna, gonna see what shit is coming our way.
Sounds good. Ellen!
That's it. Hey, I
Uh,
killed one though. I mean,
Eladin thinks that the whole fight fire with fire thing is quite literal. So he's going to scorching ray against the skull that he can see.
Cool.
So the first one is a 15 to hit,
That hits.
6 fire damage.
Nice.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 hits.
That's 3 more, so 9. And shit rolls. And then so 12 fire damage in total.
12 fire damage in total.
Okay.
Yeah, so you fire off a bunch of rays, and they kind of like skitter across its necrotic flesh and the bone that's visible, and they leave long marks and draw out a little bit of the bone, but it looks like it's still in relatively good condition. Anything else, Eladin? All right. Isilme. You can.
So just make the saving throw again.
That's right.
you have to smash it harder.
Okay, but the first thing I do is just curse Lucius and Morris because they have really fucked me over here. That is
Stand still.
so I assume I still fail.
It's a what? I'm sorry?
An 8.
An 8. Yes, you are still stunned.
15. Keep 10.
Do you get to remake that save when you take damage? Or no?
No. Just make sure. Yeah, no, you don't. Ragus.
My whole turn. Can't do anything else.
Sorry.
So I'm awake now.
I'm
Yes.
very, very bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Captain, I will be there
Um,
shortly.
All right, but the problem is like Lucius is still on the way, and if I send anything through this, it's gonna burn up, right? Check. Wait, when someone sent magical things, did it trigger the thing as well?
I don't think anyone sent magical things.
Yeah, he sent fire,
Oh, like a fireball? No, fireball
Firebolt.
didn't trigger it.
and he went through it.
Yeah, fireball was fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. How far would I not get? I guess if I take a step forward, I'm within range of the flames, right?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yes. You take one step forward, you'll be within the range of if the
I'm gonna
trap goes
stay
off.
where I am, and I believe I have a long range on my chromatic orb. Yes, I do. I have a 90 feet chromatic orb reach. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna send that out
Excellent.
at level 2. I'm gonna cast a chromatic orb level 2. Let's see. That's a 13.
That hits.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so I gotta choose the type of damage, and I need to roll. Where are my d8s here? Okay, I'm gonna roll it 4 times. Yeah. Wait. Chromatic. Yeah, 48. That's 2 plus 5, 7, 10. So it's 16 damage, and I gotta pick what type of damage I'm gonna send it. I don't know if anybody has suggestions. Let's go with.
Can you pick radiant?
No, I can pick. I was thinking acid. I can do acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder. I figure acid might burn it. Fuck it, let's go acid.
Excellent. And you said 16 points?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the orb flies off and turns green as it hits it, splashing across it, and basically bone begins to slosh off. It still looks like it's hanging on there. You know, it's got a good amount left before you'll be able to crack this skull, but you did some reasonable damage to it.
Okay.
Anything else, Ragus?
A spell doesn't count as an attack, right? No, that's a different type of action. So I don't get to do another
I see what
one.
you're saying. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna just get ready. If the skull approach, can I prepare? No, I guess no. I can't prepare an action anymore.
You used your action. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just stay where I am. I don't want to get burnt again.
Excellent. Okay, so in that case, the skull. Let's see. What is it gonna do? 3 a day. Okay, so Morris, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 12?
You are paralyzed for 1 minute.
I have something against this.
I think that only works for effects like fear. But
Yeah,
not
it's
sure.
only against charmed and frightened. Shite.
Good thing I didn't cast Charm Person, because I could have done that, but I didn't.
It's like he knows what he's doing.
For 1 minute?
1 minute. You'll get to make the save again on your next turn.
Oh, okay, at least.
No, that's pretty much everything in 5th edition. You get to make the save again. Okay. And that's Lucius's turn now. These skulls are mostly there so the hands could, be happy and do their dance, and the hands are all dead.
So I see this skull over here.
He is.
I'll move over, see Morris paralyzed, I'll pick the spot right behind the skull. I'll draw out my whip, kind of begin to rotate it, and then let out a booming crack and cast Shatter behind it.
Cool.
Need to make a con save.
Right. Okay, it definitely fails. I don't. It got a 5, so I'm assuming it failed.
17 points of thunder damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me just do math real quick.
It's not made out of stone, crystal, or metal, right?
No.
I didn't think so.
Okay, so yeah, you do that, and like sections of it just go flying across the room. There's a couple of teeth that end up at Ragus's feet. It does not set off the fire because that'd be mean of me. And it looks like it's still up, but it's pretty damaged. Still up, skull on the ground.
Shit. All right. 1, 2. Go get him, Ray. That's the end of my turn.
Excellent, Fleos.
So since it's just a skull, I feel like I have to ask whether or not we count calcium as a metal.
Calcium as a metal is. Biomedical engineer, what do you say?
Calcium is a metal,
Sure. Cool.
according to the periodic table of elements. It is-
Uh-oh. I see where this is going.
Calcium in bone is technically ceramic, but that's fine.
Anyway,
He said it. He says technically it's ceramic. So just saying.
yeah. Anyway. Fleos would like to go up and drag the captain back to a safe distance. Will dragging require my action?
I think it just takes some of your movement. I think it is. I forget. I forgot what the rules are. Nick, do you know offhand? I forget.
Sorry, for what?
For dragging.
No.
I think it's half movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
probably.
And
Safe to say.
I think it does count as an action because you're interacting with an object.
But your speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes. So it's just there's no. I don't think there's an action or anything needed. It's just half speed once you do it. Yeah, because it would be different if it was resisting. Then you'd have to do a grapple.
Yeah.
But Isolme is not
Okay.
resisting. I'm assuming.
Right.
Correct.
Do not
I
resist.
physically cannot resist.
That's right.
Do not resist.
So I come up to the captain, and I'm just gonna grab the captain sort of underneath their shoulders, and apologies, captain, and just sort of lift them up onto like their boot tips. I'm assuming for all intents and purposes, she's just laid out like a board. And I'm just going to cart her back. Let's see. So if I went 1 foot forward, then I'd still have 30 feet left. So I'll move her back 15 feet, and then I will dump.
So 5, 10. I'm just going
15.
straight back.
15. So yeah, 15 feet back, and then 15 hit points into you.
Yay. Yes.
Take a big gasp of breath.
Yeah, supposedly I can talk falteringly, so I probably just kind of gasp out like, thanks.
Anything else, Fleos?
That's it. That's all I got.
Dimitri.
Okay, so now that he has brought her closer to me, I am going to move up to her a little bit and use a healer's kit to do some basic first aid and patch you up, and you're going to get
I'm not dying.
19 points of healing.
Ooh.
Yay.
Man, you really just polarized from nearly dead to almost.
Yeah, I
full.
was at 6 hit points. Now I'm at like
Nice.
40. So
Cool, excellent. So I see you there. So that was 5, 10, You're looking pretty all right. Good. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It moves up. And looks like I still can't see shit.
I cannot dodge. Remember this. I cannot
1,
dodge.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it is within range, so I'm going to try Toll the Dead again. So
right.
another Wisdom 17.
It fails its save.
Bitchin'.
And it's taking damage.
Okay. And it has taken. Oh, that is so exciting. All right. So where is that word? I just saw it.
It's always a rare pleasure to roll a d12 in D&D. So rare.
Right.
It's one of the
I
best
only
dice.
have one
right?
out, and that says a lot.
Right. Right. Oh, and I get to roll 2 of them. Oh, it's so exciting. Nope. That is 10, 12, 13, 19 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, let's see. That's okay. Yep. It dies. I mean, again. So you take a moment and you focus the energies of your god, Sindrel, bringing your faith to the forbearance of your mind, and bells just emanate, sound radiating everywhere, and the skull just explodes into a shattering rain of bits and pieces. Morris, you are no longer paralyzed. Islame, you are no longer stunned. And it's like the energy of it just evaporates as the tiny shards fly around. One of them gets embedded in Morris's cheek, tiny little shard, and a tooth kind of skitters to your feet, Dimitri.
Cool. I would like to examine. If my turn isn't over, I'd like to examine the tooth.
It looks like a human tooth.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right, Morris.
Oh, that's better. Good shot, lad.
Do you need help extracting that from your face? Okay,
I'm good.
Cool. Here's an antiseptic wipe.
Don't throw it across this thing.
Everybody stay at least 6 feet from each other.
Do we all in?
Okay,
March 12th,
what do I
2020.
see ahead of me?
What do you see? You see? Can you see that far out?
No.
Then you see blackness. I'm assuming you see blackness, right?
10, 15. Oh, there's a hand.
There is a hand.
Is that another skull there?
Yeah.
Is it similar to the other skulls?
Yeah, it's kind of like all the other skulls you've been seeing so far.
Okay, so is it moving?
No.
I'm not gonna take any chances. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45, and on the skull. Is it on the floor?
It is on the floor, yeah.
Okay, let me move up to my actions. So, action number 1. 27.
That hits and you smash it. It's nothing fancy.
Yay.
Such a waste.
You bring a hammer fist down, dropping your hips with it, and just.
And the hand right here. You know what? I did 45 already, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh, I got 2 attacks, right? So dart. And I'll just throw. Actually, you know what? I'll throw. No, one of my daggers. I'll throw one of my daggers at the hand to destroy it in case it wakes up. It's not moving though. So 14
Hits. It's gone.
Okay.
Dagger
alright.
hits into it, pins it against the wall, and it kind of like.
Okay. And I kind of, there was a skull like on the way here. Is my dart still around?
There's this ball on the way here. Oh, well,
No, remember like earlier there was a skull and I threw my
yeah.
dart at
You
it?
can find your dart. You can find your dart.
Okay, so I picked it up on the way.
Yeah, we'll say
and-
it's free action to pick that up, because it is.
Yeah, okay. And in my next turn, I'm going to pick up my dagger again.
That's good.
Okay, I'm good.
Eladin.
Hey, it's open, folks. You can come now. It's safe.
Well, except for the still golden shit.
Hey, just hug the fucking wall and just don't touch it.
Eladin is gonna come here to the spot he knows is safe and sit and just stand there and wait patiently. So, Isilme, you're up.
Isilme.
I'm not gonna be able to make it around with my movement. I don't think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Oh, maybe.
Are we not going to disengage the thing?
Dimitri would have to move out of the way to do that.
I will move out of the way when it is my turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move up a touch and just like yell to Dimitri, move out of the way, and then when he does that, actually, yeah, would I have enough movement to try and run up and like shoot an arrow, like if I angle it and then run back?
What are you gonna shoot an arrow at?
Like one of the little component.
They're not exposed.
Holder.
They're not exposed yet.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Then I'll just chill, because I can't really do anything else. Sorry.
My laptop just crashed.
There's no bueno.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna restart my laptop, which is fine. I just won't be able to control anything until I do. So, so that was Isilme Ragus.
Well, I'm not gonna go move ahead until someone turns that thing off. But just say I've had enough fire for today, so I'm just gonna parade my axe in case I need to throw it at someone. And I look at Eladin when I say that,
Hey, I've been good.
just in case.
It's been years, man. We're friends now.
Sure, but the dwarf never forgets.
So then Lucius.
Also, I use hand sanitizer.
Lucius.
I'll make my way up and over, presumably making some type of check as I move to the panel.
Yeah, make your acrobatics check. Oh, sorry, you passed over, right? So acrobatics check and then perception check.
Acrobatics is 23.
Good.
Perception. Ooh. That's a 7.
Well, give me an advantage. You kind of have done it once. You know where it is.
16.
Yeah, you got it. So you find it, you pop it open.
Guys, I got the panel, but just give me a minute to get out of the way. And that's it.
Okay. Let me catch this up. A second. So that was Isilme, Ragus, Leos. And just for the record, you are muted. I passed my read lips check.
Yeah, are you just like not actually talking? Are you trying to communicate with me? He's really
Exactly.
inquisitive.
Exactly. I can't actually get all the way up there, so I wouldn't be able to do anything this turn anyway. So I guess I'm also just going to hang back, annoying.
Cool.
So, end of turn.
Dimitri.
Cool. I'm going to do as the captain requests and move back a little bit. Captain, how are you looking? Was it still rough around the edges, or?
I'm at 40 out of 60, so I'm okay. She'll just say
Okay.
that. I'm okay.
Okay. Then in that case, I guess tell you what I will tell you what before we move back. I would use Eyes of the Grave. So like any undead within 60 feet of me just lights up like a beacon for me.
You don't see anything.
Okay, so then I will totally, I'll then move back and do my thing and just, hang back in a defensive stance.
Okay, so Morris.
You fellas coming?
Well, not if we turn that thing. If we don't turn that thing off.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll just take a few swigs from my flask and wait.
Okay. Eladin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till he turns down.
Well, Lucius seems to be in position, right? So just we gotta wait for that.
Isilme. Do we want to pass to Lucius?
That's fine with me.
Say that again?
Pass to Lucius.
Yeah, let's keep waiting.
Okay, so we'll pass to Lucius. There you go.
Lucius, do the thing.
I'm going to move away from the thing because I've been around it when it explodes. I'm going to try to sneak past it.
So give me an acrobatics check.
Ooh. 16.
So, you just fail.
Yeah.
So, like, you have a moment, you're good, but it's really like it requires you to really contort yourself, and you just kind of, and your toe just breaks that line, and give me a dex save. Actually, anyone else? Just you.
All right. That's pretty high.
Joe, would you mind muting yourself, bro? Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
21.
So you save, so you're only gonna take half damage unless you have a thing.
No, I don't have a thing. Unless that wind horn does a thing.
No, not. So you only take half damage. So you take 12 points of fire damage as another fireball forms and hits the ground.
I'm clearly smoking, and in a moment of just frustration and rage, I take my whip and crack it, and from the tip, a crackling eldritch energy shoots out, and it goes to hit that panel.
Yeah. You don't have to roll it. Hits into it, shatters all the glass. Fire emanates out, doesn't reach you, and it's destroyed.
Yeah.
Leo
Good
thinks
job.
your performance was spectacular.
I'll just wait until I get a hold of those bagpipes.
Wait, who has bagpipes?
You do. That's the issue.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, I missed the comment. But
Anything else, Lucius?
oh, actually, I should have started playing during my turn.
That's. I'm just gonna lament up against the wall as I'm putting out small patches of fire on me.
Excellent. Fleus.
All right. Well, I guess I'll hold on. Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, and I will turn to Lucius and just look him over. You look okay. You okay? And just sort of pat you on the back, like heavily.
Oh, just about 2/3 of my body is on fire right now. You know.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's still on fire. Like it was
Just
recently
smoldering.
on fire. It continues like this until 6 seconds is up.
All right. Is that so? Real quick, if so, Morris is in front. So,
Yes.
Dimitri's turn. We're gonna let's if you're moving, if you're doing things, just let me know, and let's get it because we're right now in the darkness still.
All right. Well, Dimitri would move up and heal Lucius a bit.
Okay, so go ahead and do that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably start with the cure wounds, and then go into. Plus 10, and then I'll do that too. So, ooh, very nice. 39 points of health between a cure wounds and a healer's kit.
I am looking perfect.
Excellent. Anything else?
That be good for me.
Morris, you're at the edge of nothingness, seeing into the darkness.
So since somebody reminded me, I will start playing the bagpipes.
Anything else?
I'm just waiting for everybody else to show up.
Wise decision. Elodin.
Eladin's going to move forward, kind of as much as he can. That's it.
Isolme.
I'll move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right. Is anybody going to do anything besides just moving up to where?
That's all I can do right now.
No,
I
it's cool.
can-
It's cool. I just want to.
I'm gonna go up to Morris and just be like, "Listen, for weeks, you gotta put it under your elbow, and then fondle each flute. And if I can take it from him and show how it's done, I will do it."
Excellent.
You know, I really got in trouble one night for fondling each flute, but that's another story.
Leos was going to double move.
That's fine. I'm catching everybody up, so that way we can.
In front of Morris.
We
By
can
the
do
way,
it.
that'd be a 27 on performance.
So you wail on the pipes.
Oh, wait, let me roll my performance check. I didn't roll. 8! And that was with +5. I'm actually proficient in performance.
Let's just alert the whole place that we're here. I just keep on walking.
It's like the first set of the flogging mollies versus the back end set of the flogging mollies.
All right. So I'll let you approach this section as a group, and then we'll continue from initiative over there just for simplicity's sake. So I'm just gonna move you all. That
Yep,
work?
go
No,
ahead,
that
do
moved
it.
Isolme. All right. So there's 2 doors here, just like there were doors at the front. Same exact style of doors.
Do the thing.
And it's Isolme's turn. I'm leaving it on
good
Isolme's turn.
Last time we went with the door to the left, so I'll go the one to the right this time because it's closer.
Somebody ran past me. That's so rude.
Oh, sorry. Let me. Yeah, throw yourself up there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Does anything look different about this, or you said it's the same?
They look extremely similar.
All right, then I will try to open the door. I will
Try to open the door or pick the lock.
pick the door in order to then open the door, hopefully. Oof. Well, it is a 14 to pick the lock.
You know, we'll say you spend the appropriate amount of time, whatever that is, in order to pick the lock, because it's not like it's not the most complex lock you've ever encountered in your universe. You know you can do it, and I don't like this idea that you could like fail Oh, do it again. Fail. Oh, do it again. It's fine.
Well, the second time I rolled a natural 19, so
Okay.
it's like a 30
Perfect.
anyway.
It just takes more time, which is fine.
Yeah, so I unlock the door, and then I guess I will peek inside.
Yes. So
but
peek.
not like run in yet.
Peeking inside, you see a relatively small-ish room with, and you can make out one door that's over here. And you see a few pots, like large vases, with like these heavy wax seals on them. And in the center of the room is a statue of two men wrestling and grappling. And directly across from you, you see another one of those flags, again embedded in the marble. And you can make out this time that there is some type of symbol on the flag itself, but it's laying flat, so you can't see it because it would have to be stretched in order to see it.
Okay. I just relay that to the group, but I don't go inside just yet. That's Ragus' job.
Ragus, it's your job.
You're muted if you're talking. Ragus.
Yes, sorry, yeah, I was muted.
And we can assume you'd be up here. Just for
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't think I can reach. Oh my god, those statues are gonna move, aren't they?
I love it. Oh, this is gonna move. Oh, that's gonna move. I should attack the statues. Go on.
Okay, so I just walk up there to the corner, and I take a deep look at everything, and very carefully, I'm even gonna do an investigation check, see if I see anything suspicious.
All right, give me an investigation.
My character, not my character, my out of character person knows that there's something suspicious here, but and a natural 20.
All right, so 20 plus
I gotta
what?
use this dice more often.
What is it? It's a 20 plus what?
Plus investigation plus 3, 23.
All right, so 23, and you're not actually going to go physically up. You're not moving. You're just kind of seeing what you can perceive from this location with your investigation. So there's not a crazy amount you can tell just from here. I mean, you look at the carvings, and honestly, like, you're a dwarf. You look at them and you're like, this is weird. That you don't see chisel marks. These are really well done, but you get almost the sense that they're probably, let's face it, some stupid wizard probably made them. They weren't made by a real craftsperson. And then you do notice that there are all the pots, and all the pots are sealed. But otherwise, there's not anything super crazy. There is.
That's a gold rectangle on the floor, though, right?
Yeah, there's some gold inlaid, which is, I guess, the thing that makes people paranoid now.
Yes.
And let me see. There should be one last bit. Let me just look at my notes real quick. Yes, there is some, like, you can make out like that there is an etching on the statue itself, like on one of the calf muscles. There's like some elegant writing on it. Do you speak Elvish?
I don't think so.
You can recognize that it's Elvish.
Okay. Oi, pointy heads. Look at the legs, see if you can see what it says.
My
Pointy ears.
pointy. It's just the
We're
ears,
not
man.
cone
Here.
head.
It's getting late.
Anything else,
My brain
Ragus?
is trying to malfunction.
Anything else, Ragus?
I almost want to smash a vase, but I think that's gonna be a bad idea. So I'm just gonna chill here, and I'm gonna ready an attack with my axe if something moves.
All right, Lucius.
I'm just hanging out with Morris, discussing the finer parts of bagpipery.
Okay, cool. Fleos.
To unmute myself. Now that I have unmuted myself. We'll take a look. Just gonna whisper to Rags ahead of him. Nothing looked like it was going to just jump out right at us, right? Ragus is taking too long to respond.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear you. You whispered it too low.
Leo's
You gotta
will-
speak through the helmet. It's hard.
You have to speak through the helmet. Actually, let me scroll this dungeon over a little bit more. What's going on in here? Okay. Is that a flag?
Yes.
I thought we
Okay.
incinerated this.
From all the way back here, can I make out the details? Of the
No,
flag?
because it's not flapping in the wind. It's hanging flat. You can see it's red with some gold emblem on it.
Red with a gold emblem on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell if I see him looking at the flag, I'm gonna yell, "Don't touch it!" Because I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but those hands and skulls were not moving, and then eventually the flag burned, and then they started moving. I don't know if it's related, but
Yeah. Leos is going to just not closely, and actually he's going to like put up his cloak sort of as a ward against it. And he's going to just sort of peer into one of the vases.
Oh, it's covered with a large, heavy wax seal.
Oh, it's covered with a heavy wax seal. I'm going to look back at the captain while drawing a dagger and then placing the dagger right against the wax seal, and I'm going to like look. I'm going to open the wax seal.
Give me a second.
and you had to do the one that's right next to me. Yeah.
That's as far as I could get. I mean, I could have gotten a little bit further, but I wouldn't have gotten to any of the other vases. There's no writing or design or anything vases. You just describe them as plain vases.
What's the orange thing? Is that a flag? What is it?
I remember these.
So what happens is you kind of peel it off and cut it open, and you look in, and there's just this like black kind of liquid, and it has this horrible smell, like just naphtha and just, you know, pitch, basically. And you kind of move back, and as you move back, it just starts flowing out over the container onto the ground, and as it goes on the ground,
Starts
Quick, put
flowing
it back.
out.
Put it back inside.
As soon as it starts flowing out, I move back my last 2 squares of movement.
and it's just kind of like as it flows out,
Can I
bursts
trip him as he walks past me?
bursts into flames, and that is where we're gonna end for the night.
Come on, roll initiative.
We're in initiative. We're in initiative.